So I'm a cat person. I love dogs. We have one. But I grew up most of my life with cats. So imagine the look on my face when my husband tells me that on our trip to Africa, South Africa, we're gonna go and do all the tours. So I'm like, lions, awesome, all this great big stuff. And that was awesome. We didn't see any lions. That's all right. The highlight for me of this trip was a tour through a sanctuary and cheetah breeding facility. Since cheetahs are on decline, they have these facilities set up so they can share animals that are in captivity and breed for release. It's pretty awesome. But it's also a sanctuary. It's home for animals that, for whatever reason, ended up somewhere that they shouldn't have and needed a home. Like the lions, named Chuck and Norris. Cutest little brother pair. The set of meerkats that some lady thought was good to have in her house as pets. Yeah, that didn't work out. But the highlight is touring through all the cat section. And then there are the cheetahs. There is the diva. She is the older female. She's gorgeous. She's laying out in the shade. It's hot. It's a sunny afternoon. And they say to me, yeah, we've tried to mate her. We've brought in 5 males. She turned away 4. The 5th one was allowed to hang out in her enclosure, but she said no. So they had a couple other females, and finally, our time comes where I actually get to go inside with a cheetah. Like, I'm a nature girl. I know you don't touch wild animals. I know they're gonna bite your face off, they're gonna scratch you, they're gonna hit you. You know, at any moment, things can happen. So she's like, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah. Like the adrenaline, the excitement, but also that little bit of fear, which is always good when you're dealing with nature. So we get in the enclosure, and the cat, they have this, it's almost like a pallet set up on legs. So it's giving some shelter. It's about 3 feet off the ground. And her name was Chiquita. Chiquita was laying underneath there. It's about 2 o'clock in an afternoon on a sunny day. What do cats do? They sleep. So here she is sprawled out. And I'm just like 4 feet away from her, just like amazement. Just can't say anything, eyes wide. This is cool. She's like, oh, I'll bring her on out. I'm like, you're gonna disturb her? She's like, oh, yeah. She goes, come on, we have company, like you would to a house cat. Come see the guests. So we're there. My husband's just watching. He's not a cat person, but he's appreciating this for me. He's filming this because I'm just totally not paying attention to the world around me. So we get in there. She gets her out, and she starts rubbing her face and petting her, and I'm like, oh my God, she's just treating it like a house cat. She goes, come on, you can pet it. So I'm like, kitty? Nice kitty. Looking at me, not scared, just kind of overwhelmed at this point. And then the ears go, and her attention is like this. She's tracking something. Not me, thank God, not me. But in the field behind the sanctuary is a nice farm with cows. The cows had started to move. So as the cows are moving, she's just intent, she's focused. It's like my cat watching a bird out the window. But she's like, oh, you can pet her, go ahead, get in there. Really? So I'm starting to pet her, and she's starting to purr. If you've heard a cat purr, it's like a relaxing, calming sound. When a cheetah purrs, it is like multiply a house cat times 100. It's the most insane sound ever. It's like just your whole hand vibrates when you get anywhere near it. And I go to pet her, and I look, and I'm like, what's this on my hand? I had scratched myself. I have blood running down the back of my hand that's about to touch a predator. Here, kitty. Didn't let it stop me. I just, she didn't notice. No one else noticed. It's all good. And I get down in there, and I get in her face, and she goes, oh, she likes it behind her cheeks, under her jaw, behind her ears. It's like a house cat. And I start getting her right behind her cheek, and then she does the next awesomest cat thing, that's kind of awesome, is she starts licking my hand. And it's that sandpaper feel, but she's just abrasive, just licking and licking. And it's the most wonderful, awkward, weird sensation ever. So I left there with this awesome experience, knowing that I also, with our time and our money, donated to hopefully repopulating cheetahs in the wild.